हरिः कर्ता।
Now let's look into the second type. It's implicit interface. So here it's completely relies on Pyplot to implicitly create and manages the figures and axes and use Pyplot functions for plotting. So the main difference between the explicit and implicit that the figures and object, in the first case the figures and objects, figures and axis objects will be called by us, and each and every method will be manually attached to that. But whereas in the second case we don't create figure and axis object specifically, so we'll only figure object will be created, and then remaining all methods, for remaining all the activities, the plot the plot itself will take care. So let me show you that so that it will be much easier for you to understand. So now here, okay, first let me write the heading. This is Pyplot style. Done. Now let me scroll up. If you see, this is what my first activity. Of course, X remains same. Let me print X and see whether it is existing or not. Yeah, X remains same. So now what I'm gonna do, so this is my in explicit way of creating a graph. Okay, but what I'm gonna do, so now I'll show you. For implicit, what I will do is directly I will take PLT without attaching this to anybody, any other variable, without attaching this to any other variable, neither fig or AX, because after attaching to that using subplot, we'll be getting two objects, fig object and AX object, and now after that we will attach all other methods. You see that? First use a subplot method and then create fig and AX object, and then you use the respective methods which belongs to AX, and then you create the graph. That is one way. That is explicit way, because we are explicitly explicitly using the objects, creating the object and then using the object. Whereas implicit way, we won't be creating fig and AX objects actively. It will be passively created by the figure object that we are going to create. Let me show that. So now I'm going to say figure. Inside that, when I use a figure method, again as usual, X array and then Y array, and after that okay, sorry, before that let me give the fixed size. The same parameters will be taken. I will give the same one. Simple. So this is what the second one is called, implicit one. So now what I'll do, I'll remove this one. I'll execute this one. So now we have created a figure with this size. I think it's five. Let me execute and show you. It's 500 and 270. 500 and 270 with 0 access at this moment. And directly I have created a figure object, and whereas here I have created a fig and ax object using subplots, but here I am using figure method. Okay, let me add few more things. Now let's start drawing graph, start attaching the required things. So let me directly copy these things from here. With slightest modifications we bring the Pyplot style. So instead of going for the AX, the object which was created by us, I'll go with the plot, a simple PLT. Okay, that's where from there the plot method comes. Directly I'm using plot for everything, because plot will do everything for you. Whatever you have done actively in explicit way, here the plot will do. So PLT and again PLT, because plot method is going to do for us. Plot method is going to do everything for us, everything, even setting the X label, and setting the y label, even setting the title, and even calling for the legend. All done. Sorry, it's a PLT. Okay, PLT. Okay, we used the wrong method. So this is X label. That's it. It's a simple Y label because that's for the AX object. And then title, we have to go with the title because this is for the other one. Set title is for the AX object. Now let me execute it, and here is the magic. See, got the same response, but much simpler way and much easier way. You don't need to remember all these methods, but that's okay. Still, these all these methods are also intuitive, but it depends which you like most. Either you will go with explicit or you'll go with implicit. It's all depends upon your ease of work with respective method. Okay, I hope both are clear. In addition to this, there is a third approach for the case when embedding matplotlib in a graphical user interface application, so which completely drops pyplot even for a figure creation. Okay, so that's a different one. So it kind of embedding matplotlib in graphical UI interfaces that will be looking in matplotlib advanced course. Okay, they will embed in G graphical user interface also. Okay, in that case, anyway, this one would be very useful. The first case, explicit one, but this is easier, but in some cases it's not useful.